We all know about the surgical strike that the Indian Army executed on Pakistan soil in September 2016. Now there is a film on it. Is it worth a watch? Let's find out.
Indian Army ने ये जंग शुरू नहीं की थी, but we will bloody hell finish it. Yes, sir. हम तो जंग. Hi, sir. जय हिंद. जय हिंद. अल्लाह निर्ते बन के कमन जग तुरेया, तन के मौत नू बचा, मारे लखन पर कब दे. अपनी 72 हुरों को हमारा सलाम बोलना. कहना दावत पर इंतजार करें. आज बहुत सारे मेहमान भेजने वाले हैं. उन्हें कश्मीर चाहिए और हमें उनका सर.
A film about the Indian Army Jawans on a secret mission entering Pakistan and performing a surgical strike. Of course, it's supposed to be patriotic, but that is where Uri, the surgical strike film by Aditya Dhar, is different. The film begins with an attack on the Indian Army in northeast India. We have Major Vihaan Shergill, who is responsible for his troops, and he goes and executes a plan eradicating the terrorists. Now, after this win, of course, he wants to take an early retirement because his mother is suffering from Alzheimer's and he needs to spend some time with her. He and his group of boys are invited for a dinner by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, played by Rajit Kapoor in the film. When the Prime Minister meets Vihaan, he says, "Desh bhi to maa hi hai." Of course, this is one of the patriotic dialogues that you hear in the film. But what makes the film different is that it doesn't try to force patriotism down your throats. The movie belongs to Vicky Kaushal. In 2018, of course, he has given us films like Sanju and Razi, and he is back with a bang in the first film of 2019. Vicky Kaushal is the realistic-looking army officer in the film. He can strategize, blow punches to the enemy when required, and also boost the morale of his team when on the field. So when you hear him say, "How is the Josh?" and the troops say, "Hi sir," you cannot help but join him in the anthem. That is the kind of film that Uri is. It's very engaging and you're into the film with a pulsating tension as it wraps up. Now I'm sure that every one of you has watched JP Datta's Border. It was a template for any army film to be made after that. In these films, you usually have a group of army jawans sitting in a circle, getting letters from their families and getting nostalgic and breaking into a song. But director-writer Aditya Dhar doesn't engage into these usual drills. He introduces army jawans staying in Delhi just like us. They lead normal lives, but the only difference is they are out there on the border protecting our lives. I like that they are not trying to glorify the jawans but just give a human side to them. In one of the scenes, Major Vihaan is thrusting a knife into the terrorist. Even in this scene, we don't really see the brutality as the camera is focused on Vihaan's expression, making us understand the intensity of the act. But still, the film gives you a feel of the war zone. You have flying grenades, night vision goggles, surveillance drones, and machine guns. Sometimes the tech does seem a bit far-stretched, but you don't mind as it is the patriotism and the boys that you're rooting for. I also like the casting of Vihaan's family in the film. We have Mansi Parekh, who plays his sister, her husband played by Mohit Raina, and their 8-year-old daughter. Now there is a scene in the film with a mother-daughter duo which is inspired by a real-life story. Now that scene really left me choked. There was a lump in my throat while watching it because it does show us the extent of sacrifice that these families have to do so that we can sleep well in the night. And it's also one example how the director manages to stir us up, move us without really infusing nationalism-infused drama. Paresh Rawal as Govind sir is reliable as always. He is a national security advisor and is intelligent. He takes informed decisions and also believes in technology, which is a welcome change. He becomes one of the reasons why the Jawans crossed the border safely after the surgical strike, thanks to the innovation that he spotted and in turn make in the headquarters. Among the leading ladies, we have Yami Gautam, who plays the role of intelligence officer Pallavi Sharma. She does what is expected of her but diminishes in the background. In one of the interrogation scenes, she doesn't come across as forceful as her character demanded her to be. You might remember Kirti Kulhari from Pink. In this film, she plays the role of an Indian Air Force pilot and is always eager to prove her patriotism. She does have a scene in the end, but somehow we feel that something more could have been written for her. What is interesting is that we all know about the surgical strike. It was much publicized event. Still, director Aditya Dhar does manage to keep you on the tenterhooks. From the moment the boys are on a mission in the second half, you are rooting for them. They are going into an unknown territory and might just not come back. You are praying for their safety while sitting in the cinema hall. And of course, Major Vihaan Shergill promises that there would be no casualty in this surgical strike and the team will have dinner with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And yes, he does fulfill his promise as he also entertains us. Vicky Kaushal, with his performance, goes on to cement his position as the promising bankable actor, and there's loads to see of him in 2019. Overall, Uri is an intense, engaging watch that will keep you on the edge of your seats. Totally recommended from me. I am giving 3.5 out of 5 stars for this film. Before you go, do not forget to subscribe to First Day Movie Reviews for my early take on all the new releases. Have a great day, guys.